Greetings Exiles and welcome to Kungfoomoo's Meatball Totem build guide. So today we're going to be talking about our passive tree, our gearing, our gem links and our flask setup. I'm going to dive straight into the passive tree. I'm going to start at the Marauder life nodes, come through skipping ink armor and ink life for now and grabbing the life regen. It's going to help us pick up blood magic sooner. Straight through to diamond skin. This is absolutely invaluable regardless of whether you're softcore, hardcore or solo self-found. Coming straight through, pathing up. If you need a dex, grab the dex. If you need the int, grab the int. Coming through to retribution, skipping amplify for now. Pick up elementalist if you feel you need the res. Coming through to the chaos life wheel, skipping purity of flesh for now. Coming straight through to ancestral bond. Once we've got our dual totem keystone, we are going to come through and pick up combat stamina. This just makes it easier for the rush to blood magic. Once we've got blood magic, we're going to come straight through to Whispers of Doom for dual curse. Now I always grab combat stamina first because it just makes it certain that I can maintain the cost of my totems with blood magic comfortably. Once we've got our three main nodes, Ancestral Bond, Whispers of Doom and blood magic, we're going to pick up two dual sockets, one for Rain of Splinters and one for Clear Mind. Clear Mind will essentially cancel out the downside to Rain of Splinters. If you are solo self-bound, skip the dual nodes and just move on to picking up damage or life. It's very easy. Once you've got these main nodes, it's pretty simple. Ask yourself, do I need more life? If yes, path down to the Scion life wheel or pick up Devotion or Barbarism or whatever. If you need damage, path through, grab your Totemic Mastery, Ironwood. Do you need life regen? Grab quick recovery. Pretty simple stuff. Ascendancy. Straightforward Chieftan totem build. Moon's Presence first, moving into Tukahama in Cruel. This is bread and butter of our build. It makes us reflect immune. It makes our totems tankier. Makes our totems taunt. Merciless, we're going to be grabbing Flames Advance. If we are running, if you have got a 6 link, you're probably going to, and a Rain of Splinters, you're probably not going to be getting any value out of this because you'll be running Elemental Focus. In a 5 link, if you don't have Empower, I would be running Elemental Focus in that as well. Keep in mind you're only running Elemental Focus if you aren't solo self-found and you have a Rain of Splinters. Lastly is our Uber Lab, and that's Hinakora. This, I feel like you'll start to feel uncomfortable with the build, maybe a little bit rippy, maybe your totems are just dying too quickly, maybe your damage is a little bit lacking. Once you start pushing into the tier 11, tier 12 map mark, at that point you're probably going to want to do Uber Lab. Now for our gearing, I'm using a Scepter main hand. That's primarily for shield charge. That's the movement speed skill. The movement skill I'm more comfortable with. Flame dash is fine. I just find this is more reliable. So within my scepter, I've got shield charge, linked to faster attacks, and just a quality portal, so I don't have to worry about picking up portal scrolls. The stats pretty straightforward. Ink Alley, Ink Fire, Ink Spell, with added fire damage to spells. I'm running attack speed for shield charge. If you don't have a scepter, a wand is fine. Again, Ink Spell, Ink Fire, Ink Alley with added fire, and cast speed for the flame dash. Now cast speed doesn't have the same interaction with Magma Orb as it does with your flame totem or your firestorm totem or your flame blast totem. It's just not as valuable, so don't stress too much. Apex Rage is fantastic. 2 Elk, and I mean I dual wielded this with this one until I got my Tukos. Offhand is Tukos, very easy. Ink area effect, ink duration, and enduring cry, pretty standard. And my helm is flat armor for the cast from damage taken setup. 4 red, summon Stone Golem, Immortal Call, cast from damage taken, and increased duration. Helm, boots, gloves are all going to be the same, filling out life, resistances, regen, stats, all that fun stuff. Moving on to my boots. My boots are Armor ES for my 4 blue cast from damage taken, That is a Ball Lightning linked with Elemental Weakness and Flammability cast damage taken. Gloves, I'm running Dex gloves because they dropped and they're amazing. That's got my Lightning Trap, GMP, increased duration, and faster proj. Faster proj makes these projectiles travel further, so you get extremely good coverage with them. My chest is just a +1 tabular with 3 red, 3 blue. That's Spell Totem, Magma Orb linked to Fire Pen, a level 3 in power, Control Destruction, and Ally Focus. Now, the reason I'm running a level 3 and not a level 4 is because A, I can't afford the level 4, and B, because even a level 3 is still providing more damage than any other gem could in this spot. Ally Focus is a bit of a doozy at the moment. I'm still trying to work out whether or not Iron Will would be better because the Ignite and the increased damage, it's hard. They're pretty close, they feel pretty close. I'm running Elemental Focus though for that upfront payload. Belt, again, life, regen, filling out resistances. I love Chaos Res, I get Chaos Res wherever I can. I think it's fantastic, especially in a life-based build. Rings, again, life resistances. If you can get increased fire damage, go for it. Otherwise, don't stress too much. I'm running an Essence Web with Anger. The DPS you get from this is crazy. You do lose a significant amount of life though, so keep that in mind. It's not worth having this if you feel rippy at all. You can't do damage if you're dead. And Zophs is amazing. I mean, even though we're not, like, no one's too stressed about the Avatar of Fire, but that 10% fire pen on the neck, coupled with that crazy amount of life, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Onto our flask setup. Now, if you are running Zophs, just quickly, you cannot run at Ziri's Promise. I feel like these two are pretty close, so don't stress too much if you're playing solo self-found, because this is very farmable. Ziri is very easy with this build, so this is extremely farmable. I actually farmed my Zophs. It wasn't too hard because Zoph is also a pushover with this build, but yeah, if you're playing solo self-found, I'd say you're going to struggle to find this. So just keep that in mind. They are exclusive to one another. You cannot have both of them running at the same time. Your Ziri's Promise will do nothing. If you are going to run at Ziri's, I would remove one of your life flasks. So I'm running a Seething Hallowed of the Staunching. The reason I run Hallowed is because it regens its charges faster than the Eternal or the Divine. Staunching is pretty much mandatory. Granite Flask, our totems benefit from this flask as well. The Roomies is fantastic. It gives block to spells and increased plat block as well. If you can't find a Roomies, don't stress. Straight up Granite's fine. Just get increased armor on that Granite. So get a Granite of the Iron Skin to further buff our totems. I could not live without a Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline. If you can, my hat goes off to you. I can't. Basalt Flask because it's the best phys reduction in the game, and again, Iron Skin for our totem buff. I'm running a Sapping Eternal Flask of Heat, so I can remove Freeze and Chill, and because Sapping has no downside for us. I think that's pretty much it, guys. So if there are any more questions, or if I've left anything out, feel free to leave them, comment below. Like and subscribe, I will be updating more content, and keep an eye on the forum guide. I'm regularly updating that as well. Alright guys, stay safe out there and I'll talk to you soon.